Because I'm like conflicted just because I understand the difficulties of tournament organizing. But here, where is it? Flacco's been kind of going on a tear. And while, again, Flacco is a little bit misdirected, right? And often, Flacco is basically our boy who cries wolf, right? And he has a habit of thinking that everything larger than a chicken is a wolf, right? Like, if he sees a fox, he'll be like, wolf. If he sees an owl, he'll be like, wolf. If he sees someone's neighborhood dog, he'll be like, wolf. But, I mean, we still need people who cry wolf, but it's also like, there was so many at Vegas. There was so many. This was the most egregious one. Is he actually going to play the video? I talked about it yesterday with Dark Show TCG. This one was the most egregious by far here, where he... Okay. I mean, the first part is whatever. He plays Hody Jones and he doesn't add the life to hand. That one is one that happens quite often, but like, when you play this Hody Jones, you recognize that you are not, like, the game is either over right now or you're dead, right? Like, there is no turn after this. So he was going to concede. He was calling out Eggman as a bad commentator. My main thing is, the thing that is the question is it up to tournament organizers and commentators to have, like, the ability to contact judges that are watching a game, right? Like, in this situation here, is it up to the tournament organizer and Eggman to have a line to the judge, right? Like, if anybody has ever, if anybody knows anything about Star City Games, Star City Games was a long time Magic the Gathering tournament organizer, right? They had many Magic the Gathering tournaments that they hosted. And, they had a setup where the commentators, the casters, you know, it doesn't always show them, but they would have a setup where the commentators would literally be able to flag a judge and be like, hey, can you guys pause the game? Pause the game. We need to fix something, right? And someone would run from the commentary table over to the game and be like, hey, pause the game. We need to let you guys know about something that happened incorrectly. And maybe we can rewind it. Maybe we can fix it. But like, at the same time, I kind of understand why tournament organizers don't want to do that, right? Like, the biggest thing is, I want to address all arguments here. And the one thing that I don't like about what Flacco does is his coverage is kind of one-sided. I agree with his mission about stopping cheaters, but we need to actually, like, talk about solutions that make sense and what are the things that are stopping those solutions from happening, right? Like, I personally think it should be that if you're on the feature match table, there are different rules than if you're not, right? If you're at a table where everyone is watching, we should use that. We should use that to our advantage. I think it is bad for tournament organizers and judges and casters to say that, like, no, we should treat every game the same and we should respect the integrity of the game. Even if we fuck up, it's not like, if you're a random viewer, right? If you're just a random viewer and you're looking over someone's shoulder at a tournament, you're not allowed to just tap someone in the shoulder and be like, hey, that guy just cheated, stop the game. You're not allowed to do that, right? So Is that something that the casters should be allowed to do? Are you not? No. You could message a judge maybe, right? Like, you could... The main thing is you cannot interrupt the match, right? You have to go to a judge, right? You cannot talk to the two people playing. That 100% is true. You as a random person, if two people are in the middle of the match, you cannot talk to either of those two people. You cannot. You have to talk to a judge. You have to go to a judge and you have to say, hey, I think I just saw something shady go on. Can you go look at it? But it's then up to the judge to either believe you or halt the match or do something, right? But if we have this recording footage, shouldn't we want the extra scrutiny? Because it is my belief that people, if this is what people see, we should have it be as above the board as possible. And I think people seeing someone care about cheating and maintaining a proper game state makes a big difference, right? It almost doesn't matter if it happens off camera and someone was like, oh, off camera, the judges are really great. I believe that 100%. I do. I assume off camera, all the judges are great. And being on camera creates a lot of issues and a lot of distractions, a lot of different things that people are looking at, right? But wasting all of the eyeballs kind of that are on the game and allowing all of the viewers to kind of believe that you can get away with breaking the game state, it like starts to slowly fundamentally undermine people's faith in tournaments. And even though I can see why tournament organizers are like, oh, you guys are asking a lot from me. You know, this is a lot of extra work. Most of the time, most casters, first of all, I have to make this very clear to Flacco and everyone else. Casters often do not look at chat. Most casters in most tournaments, they don't look at chat, especially during the games. Eggman probably did not say anything because he did not see anything. Right? Maybe he mentioned it offhand, but what is he gonna do? What is he supposed to do? Right? Currently, it is not Eggman's job to stop commentating, stand up from the commentary table, leave the commentary table, find a judge, and tell the judge that these people cheated. Like, that's not Eggman's job, even though I think it should be, and it would be better for the entirety of the tournament if every tournament organizer said, like, hey, commentators, please, if you see cheating, let us know. We want to know. Sorry, I will get to chat in a second. I'll read your chats, I promise. I want to have a discussion with all of you guys, but I'm kind of like in a flow state here and I want to get my thoughts out. So I appreciate you all. Thank you. So I want tournament organizers to be more in tune with chat and with the viewers. If you have a viewer experience and if you have a chat that is interacting and interactive, use that, right? Like, set up an instant replay feature. Make the best use of it. Don't just like... I don't like the idea of like that, like, it's not my job. The judges didn't see it. What do you want me to do? Not my job. Not my job. I think that just leads to a slow decrease in faith of tournaments to be run fairly and honestly. And it is unfortunate, but for the human brain, being on camera is the thing that matters. Nobody cares about the 1,000 other matches in this 1,000-man tournament that ran completely fine without a hitch, with everybody being completely honest, right? Nobody cares about those matches because nobody saw them. And if you can't keep the matches that people actually see honest, then the whole thing starts to crumble. So that's my take. Thanks so much for listening, everybody. I'm gonna go through all the chat messages, and I really want to hear what you guys think too. So hopefully we can make some changes to how they run tournaments, and hopefully they can let casters actually interact with the chat and use the chat as a resource to stop cheating. If there's people in the chat that want cheating not to exist, then that's good. We should let those people be, you know, citizen arrests or whatever, right? Like, we need citizen arrest for some degree amount here. Okay, thank you. I love all y'all in the chat, seriously, genuinely. I respect Flacco, but I was trying to give a slightly more nuanced and understanding take on this matter, right? So let's see what you guys were saying. I hate the term cheating when this could be easily construed as forgetting. Yeah, that's like... Intentional forgetting is cheating, man. And the line between intentional and unintentional forgetting is very thin. Very thin. If you see something, you have to get a judge immediately. You should! But, like, if we don't have people at the highest level and on tournament doing exactly that, namely stopping the game and going to get a judge when it is necessary, then no one will. If they don't do it at the highest level on stream, then no one will. I think any on-stream matches should have more ways to call out times in which the game rules are not held. I 100% agree. Clearly agree. A lot of times people are forgetting. Yep. The commentators should call it out live. When they didn't take the life, Eggman should say he forgot to take his life. Yep. This is clearly a mistake in the final turn. This mistake with Hody Jones is clearly a mistake. What we're going to see right after it is very, very questionable if it's a mistake. I mean, it is a mistake, but like, some mistakes you have to live with. You can't be allowed to just rewind a mistake, right? If you make a mistake, you made a mistake. Rewinding the mistake is the cheating part. In Pokemon with streams, big tournaments for stream matches, there a judge seeing the VO. I mean, there is a judge right there at the table. There is a judge there, but they don't always see everything, and, you know, it's a long day, dude. People never forget a beneficial effect of a card. It seems like it's always the downsides that get forgotten. Exactly. Without being interrupted. Yeah, I know, dude. What is this? A reasonable discourse? My question is, if this is happening on stream, how isn't there a judge watching? There is a judge watching, but even judges aren't perfect, which is the thing that sucks, right? Like, judges need your help. They need our help. They need the help of the people playing the game and the help of the people watching the game. And the idea that it is only up to the judge, and if the judge didn't say anything, then nothing is wrong, is like not a good attitude to have. And like, I'm not saying that that's your attitude, but I'm saying other people have the attitude of like, oh, the judge didn't say anything, why are you saying something? And it's like, that's crazy. I believe a lot more cheat than the other thing. I don't even understand why cheat around 10 on stream. Because this is top 32 playing for top 16. And it's often the difference between like $1,000 and $5,000. The commentators could have an intercom. Intercom is not necessary, but just like most of the time the commentators have little headphones with which they use to talk to the people running the stream, right? The audio cue people or whatever, right? It's just add one extra set of headphones on the judge so that the commentators can talk to a judge as well as to the audio and video people. I don't care about the Hody Jones life. That's whatever. Okay. Welcome back. So this is the egregious part. Cast Gum Gum Giant. Opponent is getting ready to fist bump here, right? Because he knows he lost. He knows he goes to 0 and then dies. He's getting ready to fist bump here. Opponent does Dawn -2, grabs 2 unrested Dawn, puts them back in his Dawn deck, sees another Gum Gum Giant on top, sees Gum Gum Giant in his hand. I don't know what he's saying here. And then puts 2 unrested Dawn back. And just changes it to 2 rested Dawn. Like, this is actually an insane level cheat. Like, the misplay is a misplay. But if you misplay, that's on you! That's on you, dude! That's on you! No takesy backsies! No takesy backsies! No, 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 no! No, 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 no! We are not playing for fun here. It's on the opponent too. A little bit, yeah, but... We'll run it back one more time. He's attacking here for 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Opponent... Opponent casts Gum Gum Giant, right? Don, here, I guess... Let me put it a little slower. The op could have said no or yes. No! 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 I mean, you're supposed to be like, no, 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 no. What you're supposed to do is call a judge. It's not about no or yes. It's call a judge. 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 Please, people, call a judge. If there's anything I can tell you guys today, call a judge. It's round 10. It's the last round of the day. But look, man, I don't care about your nerves. Everybody has the same amount of nerves. The thing that makes you a good player or a good tournament player is being able to keep your nerves under control even after 10 rounds. If you mess it up, that is on you. No takesy backsies. Sorry. Casts Gum Gum Giant. Puts 2 Dawn. Back. Draws 2 cards. Sees Gum Gum Giant. He's playing green purple. He could not have known he was going to draw Gum Gum Giant. He is hoping he draws Gum Gum Giant. He could not have known he drew it. So when he did draw it, he changed his plan. But you cannot do that. And I don't think it should be up to the opponent to like be like, no, 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 not really. In that situation, if anything, like, you call a judge and the judge is supposed to come and tell them, no, eat sand. See? And he just puts 2 Dawn back and takes 2 different Dawn. He sees the cards in his hand and then it's just like, let me just change my Dawn real quick. Like, this is crazy. This is crazy. Still, what dude would put back active Dawn? I don't know. I don't care. You did it. The whole point is that after a long day, your brain runs out of steam and it brain farts. But that's not an excuse. It is an explanation. And it happens to everybody. And some people are just built different, and that doesn't happen to them. I guess the insane thing to me is, did this person make top 32? Like, was this person in top 32 day 2? Even if this happened and let go, like, you should almost 1000% be disqualified here, like DQ'd. You should get a DQ and you should not be allowed to play day 2. It's like, no. If someone saw this footage from last night and looked at it and woke up the next morning and looked at it and said, nah, this is fine, this guy could still play, I think that's crazy. Like, at best, you should get a warning. At best, you should get a warning, and like a max level warning. Like, I'm going to be looking over your shoulder every second, and if something like this happens again, no more warnings. Like, this is your last strike warning. Anything else, you get DQ'd from the tournament. I assume it's like too late to change the results of the match the next day, but you can't punish him as TO if the judges didn't call it here. Yes, you can. If you can't, then you should be able to. If you currently can't, that's wrong. That's bad. That's messed up. Change it. Like, punish cheaters when they are caught. I don't care if they're caught before, during, or after. Punish them when they get caught. I don't care if it's before, after, or during. You know? Obviously, it would be nice if it was during, but even if it's after, it doesn't matter. What matters is that you send the message that this stuff is not okay. And once again, I don't think that is on Eggman personally. It is not up to Eggman personally to do this, and it's not up to him personally either. I wish he was more involved, and I think it would be good for the game if he involved himself more with the upkeep of competitive integrity, but that's not up to him entirely, right? Like, how do you catch someone cheating before? Most of the time it's just like with a deck check or whatever, right? Like if they have a incorrect deck list, that kind of stuff. The card in your lap type thing, right? If you have the card in your lap, like, I don't care if you have a card in your lap and it never ended up in your hand ever throughout the whole tournament. I don't care. Like, you had a card in your lap you should not have. Like, that type of stuff. GP Luffy lost first round of Top Cut. I mean, small victories, I guess, but still, it's not like the bigger point. This was the worst one. There's other cheats that were kind of just like kind of minor. What was this one? Someone is saying he like looked at his life or whatever. Had 9 hoodies up my pants the whole tournament, basically. You know why we don't have online tournament in EU? Look at your general channel in your Discord. Well, I haven't opened Discord yet. Let me do that. Sounds like a party. Is that a hoodie in your pants, or are you just happy to see me? Oh, really? Dude, I forgot about that. That's so funny. Cardsport International is the company that Bandai subcontracts One Piece card game competitive events to events with organized due to a high amount of cheating. The report isn't. I decided to stop doing them. Wow. That's kind of wild that they're just not doing online tournaments in parts of the EU anymore. Bro, that's funny. So that's what happened, huh? Dude, someone said in chat not too long ago that, like, oh my god, we watched the EU tournament. Nobody's cheating in the EU tournament. Isn't that nice? But I guess we just don't see it anymore, huh? LATAM also not have online for almost a year. Wow. I think the main thing is, even with cheating, if they didn't have online tournaments in the US, the players would completely riot, dude. There's way, way, way too many players, and those players spend way too much money for them to not have online events. Every single 1024 event in NA, whether online or in person, sells out immediately, instantly. Every single 1024 man event. At least we have Chinwa's cups, I guess. But where's the actual cheat here? The peak is a little suspicious. I think he thought for a quick second he was grabbing his hand, but then he realized he has his hand down here already. The little peek. And what the thing that makes it questionable is he's peeking at the card that is his top life, right? So he's peeking at the card that he's going to draw first. Could be a oopsie. Yeah. Does he really not unpause it for the rest of the whole tournament? For the rest of the whole video? That's crazy. Can you share kink for what? What does this mean? What do you mean kink? What? Oh, link? Oh, that's what I'm trying to do now. I'm trying to find it myself. Like an hour in. Pile shuffling with 2 cards at a time is also weird to me. Girl, what you trying to get into? Your Honor, I plead oopsie daisy. I mean, it is something that happens sometimes. I mean, he stopped himself, kind of. Doesn't look good. You could maybe see it as a oopsie daisy, the looking at the top 5 cards. You know, he thought it was his hand for a second, then he was like, oh wait, my hand's down there. But it doesn't look good, and still, if it was a oopsie daisy, then you would be like, oh, I just saw this card. Do you want me to shuffle and redo top 5 life? Or are you okay with this being my top life? That's the 100% honorable thing to do. Be like, oh, I saw this card, I'm revealing it to everybody, and then you ask your opponent what to do with it. That's what a technical judge would do. Because like if you accidentally flip over the top card of your deck, the judge call most often at the time is reveal the card to everybody, and then you ask the opponent, where should this card go? Top of deck or bottom of deck? Yeah, the context of him looking at all 5 cards of his hand, putting those cards down, and then thinking for a second and being like, do I really want to keep this hand? And then looking at the cards in his life and then deciding, okay, I am going to keep this hand. It doesn't help. I think at minimum he should bot deck and take the top card of his life instead. Yeah, that's all.